equipment in case you need to, because you don't want to be cold. You need to have some way of staying warm. So install a wood stove into your house if you can, or I know that some people like have. I had some news broadcasts that I had put up of, I can't remember that dude's name, but people have been saying, oh, get a generator and have propane stoves and stuff like that. Well, that's all great, but a propane stove is fine if your power is out for 2 days. A barbecue with coal is fine if your power is out for 2 days. But what if your power is out for 2 weeks? You're going to run out of propane. You're going to run out of coals. And where are you going to get it from? I mean, Michio Kaku is the one that's been telling us that, hey, you know what? If the power is out that long, shipping will shut down. And the grocery stores will be closed. No food will be coming in. If the power goes out, the internet goes out, everything goes out, shipping is shut down. So you gotta, I mean, we all should be thinking about that and preparing just in case. And if nothing happens, fantastic. But it just makes sense that we should all be prepared, with not just a propane stove or, canned heat. That's good to have, and flashlights and batteries and candles. That's good to have. But you also need to know how to go out, and collect wood, how to cut down a tree, how to chop it up, how to build a fire, how to start a fire if you run out of matches. Eventually, I mean, if your power's out for months, eventually you're going to run out of lighter fluid. Eventually you're going to run out of matches. You got to have something like a fire piston that will last forever. Even a fire steel is limited in the amount of time it lasts. So fire piston's the only thing that lasts forever. Other than that, you can start a fire with a magnifying glass. You can start a fire with what do they call it? The drill method. And I have a video on that. So the reason I made that video is because I know that most people in our society, we don't have to do that kind of stuff. We rely on electricity. So most people really just don't even know how to keep warm. They wouldn't even know how to survive. And that's where the whole zombie thing comes in, because the CDC was warning about zombies. Well, that's all about like people who are addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. They're totally dependent upon chemicals, and then once that's no longer available, they go through withdrawals. And then the other thing is, they might be injured. If an asteroid did hit the Earth, there would be people who would be injured. I mean, who knows? I don't know. But if you have no food and you're freezing cold and you're injured and you're having withdrawals from a drug, you would be like a zombie. I mean, if you're starving, cold, withdrawing from, in shock also, then yeah, you would be like a zombie. That's exactly what you would be like, and you'd be hungry. So I'm just saying, like, let's not be that. You know what I mean? Get off. Like Jesus says, stay sober. Get off all that stuff. If you have addictions, habits, whatever, if you have habits where if you're taking a pill or whatever it is, and I think probably 80%, I think, or something like that, people are, just try to get sober, because if something happens, you don't want to be going through withdrawals at the same time you're friggin' hungry and cold and all that. So it's just, I don't know, I just feel like I need to say that, because I don't understand it. I don't understand. I know that, like, most of you guys that are listening to me, you don't even need to hear this, because you're the ones that are prepared, And so I'm saying all this stuff, and it's like, they already know. They're already prepared. Like, the people that aren't prepared aren't even listening to you, girl. Like, I know that. I mean, I just hope maybe one or two people are listening to this kind of like bored one day, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll listen to her. I just hope that, it is helping somebody, but we need to be prepared. We need to have this stuff, we need to have extra water. We need to have buckets. You know what I mean? Because eventually you're going to run out of your extra water too. I mean, even if you have a bunch of extra water, eventually it's going to run out. Eventually the propane's going to run out. It's ultimately going to get to the point where you're going to have to go fishing for your food, or you're going to have to go hunting for your food, or you're going to have to go gather your own water. It's going to, if the electricity's out for long enough, if they burn the transformers, and they can do that with an electromagnetic pulse, if they burn the transformers, ultimately it's going to be, like Michio said, it's going to be months or years before the power comes back on. That means shipping and everything will be shut down. I mean, you're going to have to go and hunt and fish for your own food. I'm not saying you, I should say me. We are going to have to go hunt and fish for our own food. We're going to have to find some way of staying warm, find some way of gathering our own water. So all the things that they've done for thousands of years without electricity is what we'd have to do. So we'd have to, go to the dollar store, because amazingly, this is like something that I feel is kind of put in place by, it seems like there's angels or somebody that have like given us these, it seems like they've been leaving us messages throughout time, like warnings of what's coming, that something's going to happen. And I really find the dollar store an amazing place. There is so much survival gear at the dollar store. You guys gotta go, because that's the only reason I have supplies, because I have no money. The only reason I have supplies is because of the dollar store. They've got buckets, they've got leather gloves, they've got all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's not like the best, obviously it's not like the best quality, but you can get stuff there. Batteries for cheap, you can get flashlights, you can get, oh man, and you just gotta go get this stuff just in case, you know what I mean? Buckets to gather water, a big pot for boiling water, like maybe a barbecue pit or something. And then you got to have tools for going out and cutting down a small tree. You're going to have to cut off the branches. You know what I mean? You're going to have to chop up firewood. You're going to eventually, ultimately have to use wood for fuel. If you don't have, because even if you have a generator, it's only going to last as long as your fuel lasts. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you that don't know what to do, and most people don't in this society, most people have no clue how to go out and chop down a tree and build a fire, because it's not like you just snap your fingers and boom, you've got firewood, and boom, you've got a fire. You need to know how to do these things. They're skills that our entire civilization has lost. So if you don't know that, just go watch that video I uploaded, because I made that video just for city people that, they've never had to learn these things. So I mean, I got found some guys on YouTube that had made these videos showing exactly how to build a fire, exactly how to go and cut down a tree, because some people just don't even know that. They don't know that you can't use a live tree for firewood. It has to be dead, because it has to be dry. A live tree has water in it, and it's not going to burn. So, I mean, just things like that. Your normal city person, your normal urban dweller does not know how to do that, and I really think it's important. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I have a really strong feeling, along with a lot of other people, I have a really strong feeling something's going to happen this year. So I'll just leave you guys with that, because I'm rambling. That's the reason I don't make a lot of these videos, because I tend to ramble. So, but I need to tell you guys that just to explain, and because it was a complicated thing. So, peace out.